Hey guys, it's April from Good Books and Good Wine coming at you with a TBR stack for September. Traditionally, I am a really fast September reader. I don't know why, but I always seem to read like a ton of books in September. So anyways, I have a ton of books picked out because I read so much in August, and I don't think I'll read as much this month, but we'll see, because in August I read 31 books, like a book a day. That's amazing. Granted, 5 of them were audiobooks, and the other 3 that were among the easy pile were graphic novels. And graphic novels take like 10 minutes to read. Well, a little bit longer than that, but I usually whip through them. Okay, so why don't we whip through the books that are on my TBR stack for September. Okay, first up, In a Handful of Dust by Mindy McGinnis. This is a companion novel to Not a Drop to Drink. I'm actually reading it right now. I'm 192 pages in. It's very intense. It's bleak. You see good sides of humanity and bad sides of humanity. I really like it so far, so I would recommend this. And it's prequel, Not a Drop to Drink. If you're looking for dystopia, that's actually really good. Like, if you're not all burnt out on dystopia, you should read this. Turn Around Bright Eyes by Rob Sheffield, and this is on my TBR because it has been in my book stacks for a long time now. Actually, it's been on my book stack since BEA 2013. I met Rob Sheffield at some party, I think, and he was really cool. He was very nice, and so I really want to read his book. Also, it seems like it's going to be something different from what I usually read, in that it is a grown-up book. So, yay, adult books. Random by Tom Levine. I love the cover. Like, I love that it's an iPhone cable. I also really want to read this because I saw that Jamie read it, and she read it really fast. And fast is something that matters to me. I want to get it off my pile. And it's also about cyberbullying. And I really like reading books about cyberbullying, I guess. So, we'll see. The Secret Hum of a Daisy by Tracy Holzer. And basically this book is about a young girl discovering the true meaning of family and home in this heartbreaking debut, according to that cover. This is a middle grade book, and I've been told that it's lyrical and poignant and that it has heart. And I love books that have heart, so I am really looking forward to reading this one. The Broken Hearted by Amelia Kahaney, and this is on my TBR because it looks kind of scary and dark, and right now I am scheduled for reviews all through September. There's not a single day that does not have a review already scheduled and written and typed and all done. So I'm working on October right now, and for October I want to read some scary books, or at least have reviews of scary books up, and this looks scary. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's about either, but looking forward to it. Blackout by Robinson Wells, and this is a book about a virus, and I love viruses and reading about diseases. Like, that's one of those weird things that I'm really into. I have this on the TBR for the same reason as The Broken Hearted, because it looks like it has the potential to be scary, therefore fitting in with my October review theme, scary. Sublime by Christina Loren, because, oh my god, that cover. Also because I really like their Beautiful Bastard books, and I want to see how their writing translates over to young adults. I don't know, it looks good. I mean, a girl in a frozen forest and captivating guys with an adrenaline junkie. Yeah, I'll read that. Also because Simon & Schuster sent me 2 copies of Sublime, so that's like pressure. That's saying, April, you need to read this because we're sending you multiple freaking copies. Rapture Practice by Erin Hartzler, and basically this is on my list because I got it at BEA. The premise of it sounds really good. I really like memoirs lately, so I'm looking forward to this because this is a true story about growing up gay in an evangelical family. I grew up in an evangelical family, and I'm not that way anymore, but I don't know. I think that I'll be able to really relate to this one, so looking forward to it. Sneaking in under the radar is Rites of Passage by Joy and Hensley. And the reason why this sneaks in under the radar is that I wasn't originally planning on reading it in September, but then I got a text message from Jamie over at the Perpetual Page Turner saying, read Rites of Passage. And when Jamie tells me to read something, typically I do it because she knows what I like. So yeah. Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. I plan on reading this one because I have somehow obtained 3 copies of it. 1 copy from BEA, 1 copy in the mail at this apartment, and 1 copy in the mail at my boyfriend's mother's house. So clearly Simon & Schuster thinks I need to read this book, and I'll do it. Also, they sent me a free water bottle, and I feel like if I'm going to lug that water bottle around everywhere, I might as well read the book. And the tagline is danger is hard to resist, which is a little serious for me, but whatever. I think that it'll fit in well with my scary theme, though, so yay, scary! The Accidental Highwayman by Ben Tripp, and I want to read this because it came from Amazon Vine and because of the Princess Bride comparison. I love the Princess Bride, so I'll read anything that's compared to it that's legitimately published. Zack and Mia by AJ Betts, and this one is on my TBR because of it being by an Australian author, because it's from Amazon Vine and you only have 30 days to read and review Amazon Vine books before you have an overdue review, and that means you can't get free vacuum cleaner or free laundry detergent, and that would be really sad. So I'm going to read this book so I can get my laundry detergent. Guys are like, oh my god, this crazy bitch. She's reading for household supplies. This is what happens when you get old and you live in an apartment and have to do chores and clean and buy yourself stuff. Being an adult is hard, really hard. People I Want to Punch in the Throat by Jen Mann. I am reading this because it's from Amazon Vine, but more specifically because in my real actual life, there's a lot of people that I feel deserve to be punched in the throat. So I think I will really be able to relate to this. Also, it sounds hysterical, and with this month coming up, I know that I'm going to need something really funny to get me through my day and my life. Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant. Clearly this book looks like it's gonna be scary, so on the Halloween theme. Also, because I had a drink, or several drinks with Michael Grant once, and that was a life-changing experience. And by life-changing, I mean like really, really awesome, and then I got to go home and be like, hey guys, I just drank with one of the co-authors of Animorphs in your face. It was awesome. What I remember of it. Anyways, it was really awesome. I highly recommend having a drink with Michael Grant, by the way. Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios, and this is on my list because, hello, that cover, like, let's be honest. Of course, we're going to read this book. I guess it's about a genie, and it looks like it's gonna be better than The Art of Wishing. At least more like April's thing than The Art of Wishing, which I liked. I really liked The Art of Wishing. But this looks like an April kind of a book. So, yeah. No One Else Can Have You by Kathleen Hale. And, okay, I know a lot of people, like bloggers, have beef with Kathleen Hale because she would, like, tweet her not-so-positive reviews and, you know, kind of call people out for that. But I want to read this because one of my friends really liked it, and I kind of think it's stupid to be like, oh no, I'm never reading a book because an author behaved a way I didn't like. Which, okay, yes, I understand. We're all entitled to read or not read what we want, and I fully agree with that. But along that same token, I really want to read this book, and I'm not going to feel guilty for wanting to read it. So, yeah. Also, it goes with my scary theme. Belzar by Meg Wolitzer. I obtained this from BEA. I am going to read this book because I'm a part of the Belzar campaign where we like get to journal and tweet it and, you know, write things in their journal and review the book. Looking forward to that, and I think it'll be fun. Lies We Tell Ourselves by Robin Tolley, and I have this on my TBR stack because it sounds sad, it sounds heartbreaking. It's a historical fiction with diversity and LGBTQ themes, and I'm really into that. Like, I like books that feature people that are different from me. Like, that's really interesting. So, and this is another one that I picked up at BEI, and I'm really just, I want to whip through it. I think it'll be a good kind of different read from all the other books that I have picked out. Okay, and these last two are like my absolute, I'm going to read them or die trying books. And that is Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. And I realized, like, this is the thickest book. But you guys, I read 31 fucking books in August. Wow, I can't even remember last month. So I think that I can very well read like 20 something books in September. I mean, right now this is like 19 books in my stack. I can do that. That's like 11 less books. So yeah. But Air of Fire, it's super thick, but again, like, I don't get scared of thick books if they're about things that engage me. And this series, the Throne of Glass series, is really fucking engaging. Like, there's this main character, Selena, and then there's the guy that we all want her to get with, Kale, and then there's Dorian, who's like a prince, and her dog, and this series is just so awesome. So, yeah, I will be reading the shit out of this book, and I don't care. I don't even care. I'm not scared at all at how long it is. And finally, the last book on my August TBR stack, but probably the number one book on that stack, aside from Air of Fire, is Froy of the Exiles by Melina Marchetta. I bought this from Oblong Books, which is where I got my t-shirt that says Peace of Books, because I believe in peace and I believe in love and I believe in books. Anyways, this book is the sequel to Froy of the... Anyways, this book is the sequel to Finnegan of the Rock, which I read in August. It was my favorite book of the entire summer, and possibly my favorite book of 2014, but we'll see because we still have a couple months left of 2014. I loved Finnegan of the Rock, and everybody I know is telling me that Froy, as well as the book that comes after it, Quintana, are even better, which kind of makes me nervous because, guys, Froy. I keep saying that. Fucking A. Guys, Finnegan of the Rock blew my fucking mind. It just, everything about it, from Evangeline to Finnegan to Trevanion. Like, I can't with how much I love that book and all the reveals, everything. And if you like fantasy, like, you really, really need to read these books. Otherwise, like, what the hell you're doing with your life. Just fucking sitting there reading your... I don't even know. I'm not going to make fun of what you're reading because the fact that you're reading is awesome. But get on the Lumiere Chronicles. They're awesome. And, like, I feel like awesome is the only word I can ever think to use. But for real, like, Finnegan's one of the best books I've ever read. And one of my favorite fantasy books of all time. So, yes, that is my September TBR. It's very, very ambitious, but I'm an ambitious person, and I think I can do it. So, we'll see what's on your TBR stack. Let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you've read any of these books that are in my giant frickin' TBR. Bye, guys.